Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my experience with body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is basically caused when you have an unrealistic image or view of your body or your physique in your mind. And I'll elaborate a little bit. So the best way I can explain this is from my personal experience. So I've been in the gym now for about 4 years and I've been in fitness for about 5 years. There was a point in my fitness journey where I was pretty unhappy with my physique. And I thought I looked very small, especially for my age. Even though I wasn't. I was actually getting a lot bigger and a lot more muscle mass than kids around my age and around my height. But for some reason in my mind, I refused to see it this way. And it was like I was unhappy with the way I looked because I wasn't at my maximum potential I had in my mind. So to me, anything except for this perfect image of what I should look like wasn't good enough. So because of this, it put this false perception in my mind that I was a lot smaller and I had a lot less impressive of a physique than I really did. I never really had a bad case of body dysmorphia though, especially compared to others. I got over this mindset or this mental battle fairly quickly, and I realized that my physique was actually pretty impressive for somebody my age, especially a couple years ago. The thing that I really want to talk about though is the growth of body dysmorphia within the fitness community, because I feel like it's something that not a lot of people talk about. I've struggled with this myself, not as much as some people might, but I feel like social media is causing such an unrealistic expectation of what you should look like as a natural, especially a natural when bodybuilding or even physique training in general. For me, when I watch some of these content creators out there, even though they're very open about their steroid use, I almost start comparing, well not almost, I do start comparing my physique to their physique. And I just think how unimpressive my physique is compared to their physique. For example, somebody that I really like watching is Sam Sulek. I love his training style, I love his character, I love his personality. I love everything about Sam Sulek's videos. But I do find myself comparing my physique to Sam Sulek's physique, and I become so unimpressed with my physique, like wow, I just really need to look like him. And I feel like this is such a big issue because it's such an unrealistic thing for a natural bodybuilder to become. And not only that, I feel like it's an issue because people that are uneducated and don't understand how steroids work, or maybe don't even understand that these people are on steroids, they look at this person and they're like, man, I want to start working out. So they start working out, maybe they hit the gym for a year or a couple months, and they become almost disgusted with their physique because they don't look anything close to these content creators that they watch. I think one of the biggest causes and issues of body dysmorphia, especially in young men and women, a lot of people don't actually talk about the women aspect or the young girl aspect of body dysmorphia. But one of the biggest issues is actually Instagram Reels and mostly TikTok, to be honest. I've seen countless kids that claim to be 16, but they aren't actually 16, with these absolutely insane physiques. Like, first of all, it looks like they're on steroids because they most likely are, and they're also claiming to be a natty 16-year-old, which is more absurd. I've seen a lot of these people come out and be like, yeah, so I'm actually 18 or 19, but because they kind of have a baby face, they can pass for 16. I think an even more major epidemic within the fitness industry revolving around body dysmorphia is photo editing. This is something within the first 2 years that I didn't even think people did that often. Like, I understand adjusting lighting and all that, but people, for example, Alex Eubank would go and claim natty, but then edit his pictures to the absolute max, and people called him out on this multiple times. But some people, including myself, didn't know this. I genuinely thought, wow, I can obtain his physique in only a couple years of lifting. Okay, maybe a little bit more than a couple. But I thought this was a realistic expectation that I could hit. But in reality, his photos were extremely edited to make a smaller waist, to make bigger arms, to make a wider chest or upper torso. And they claim to be natty because they're not taking any supplements. Well, I'd argue that photo editing is just unnatural, or even more unnatural, than taking steroids. And once again, this applies to the whole fitness industry. This applies to women as well as men, is that a lot of these girls come out here and make their booties look way bigger than they actually are, and they say, well, I've only been working out for about 6 months, and this is what my butt went from to now looking like this. And in some cases, their butts actually now look like that, but they edited the before picture to make them look like a complete straight piece of drywall, when in reality they didn't even look like that. So it's like you could do it in so many different ways, but I feel like photo editing is such an overlooked aspect of body dysmorphia, or something that causes body dysmorphia, or an unrealistic expectation within the fitness community physique wise. The best thing that I learned to do is to not compare myself to other fitness creators or bodybuilders, whether they're my age, claim to be my age, my height, etc. Just don't compare yourself to anybody. Look at yourself, and if you're making improvements, that is the most important thing. If you are better the next day than you were the previous day, then that is good. You are doing well, right? If you continue to do that, you are on the right path with your physique, within your fitness journey, with anything. If you start out being able to run a mile in 10 minutes, and then the next day you're able to do it in 9 minutes and 58 seconds, you did better. You made improvements. My point is compare yourself to yourself. Don't look at the other people your age running that lap and compare yourself to their time. I think to end this video, I'd like to say that as long as I'm doing social media, fitness social media, I'm gonna try to be completely transparent and open with you guys about the things I'm doing to my physique, the supplements that I'm taking, the food intake that I'm taking, whether I'm on a bulk or cut or not, right? I'm gonna try to be so transparent with you guys because I don't wanna set an unrealistic expectation for any of you guys watching. I also think that if so many other creators would do this and just be open about what they're doing to their body, to their pictures, to their videos, I think it would cause so much less body dysmorphia and self-confident issues within the fitness community. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I know that this video wasn't structured as well as some of my other videos because it was mostly off the top of the dome. This is something I just wanted to talk about. But if you enjoyed, we will see you guys in the next one. Later.